Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is your Week in Yucatan Today, presented by Yucatan Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatan's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, one arrest for disorderly conduct at Mérida's first Therian Meetup. Officials debunk fake news in Yucatan following violence elsewhere in Mexico. Tizimín turns into an urban rodeo after 20 cattle escaped through city streets. A dog was safely rescued after falling into a deep open well in Umán. Business closures in Merida signal a new crackdown on licensing and public space. Let's get started. A curious gathering drew a couple hundred people to Santa Ana Park last Friday for the city's first Therian Meetup, a subculture where individuals identify with non-human animals. While the turnout was large, a vast majority were onlookers. The event remained peaceful, aside from one arrest for disorderly conduct after an individual allegedly threw eggs at a participant. The term Therian is short for therianthrope, and it refers to individuals who feel a deep personal connection to a non-human animal, such as a wolf, a cat, or a fox, often believing they possess the spirit or essence of that creature. Following the death of a cartel leader across the country and the resulting violence in other parts of Mexico last Sunday, Yucatan was hit by a flood of disinformation on social media. The Yucatan State Police, or SSP, worked overtime to debunk viral rumors, including fake shootout footage near Plaza La Isla and forged government statements about school cancellations and public transportation disruptions. Authorities remind everyone, stay calm and rely only on official channels to prevent unnecessary panic. Things got a little too Wild West in the eastern city of Tizimín this past Tuesday. What should have been a routine trip turned into a massive mobilization when a transport truck malfunctioned, allowing between 15 and 20 head of cattle to stage a daring escape. Law enforcement and local ranchers spent several intense hours cordoning off streets and working together to corral the animals before any major accidents could occur. Fortunately, despite the chaos and the urban rodeo vibes, authorities managed to get the situation under control with no reports of serious injuries. Just a very long day for the handlers and a lot of surprised neighbors. In Umán, a dog is lucky to be alive after tumbling into a 10-meter deep well on Tuesday. Civil protection teams used specialized climbing gear to descend into the narrow shaft to reach the frightened animal. In what many are calling a miracle, the pup was pulled to the surface completely unharmed despite the 30-foot drop. It's a timely reminder for those in older neighborhoods across Yucatan to ensure wells and cisterns are securely covered. A Colombian spot in Mérida's Francisco de Montejo neighborhood was closed by municipal authorities this Wednesday, sparking a social media debate. While the owners of Parceros Café initially claimed to have been unfairly targeted, the Ayuntamiento de Mérida clarified that the venue was operating as a restaurant and bar while only licensed as a café. On Thursday, the owners posted an update informing their customers that they are already in the process of regularizing their paperwork in order to reopen. The city of Merida launched a major sweep on Paseo de Montejo this week to clear legal obstructions and guarantee pedestrian safety. Inspectors removed furniture and advertising from 7 businesses blocking the pedestrian right-of-way. The most notable action was the closure of Santa Gloria Coffee Shop, which had built a structure on a green space without permits from the city or Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History, the INAH, which also regulates construction in Mérida's centro. Now let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. Celebrate the Chinese New Year. Honoring the Year of the Fire Horse, the Chinese Embassy in Mexico organized its first creativity contest locally. This Saturday, February 28th at 5 p.m. in Mérida's Parque de las Américas, witness a parade of artistic horse-inspired costumes, crafts, and decor. It's a vibrant cultural exchange perfect for the whole family to welcome the new cycle under the stars in Yucatan. The festival Renacer de la Costa 2026 brings life to 15 ports across Yucatan. Designed to support fishing communities during the off-season, this event hits Rio Lagartos on February 28th and Las Coloradas on March 1st. Then, the tour continues March 7 in Santa Clara and Sisal and March 8 in Chicxulub Puerto. Enjoy beach cleanups, local markets, live music, and sports tournaments. Join the fun this weekend for culture and community. It's a perfect way to explore the coast while supporting local families. High-intensity tennis continues at Mérida's Yucatan Country Club. With the quarterfinals wrapped up, the weekend is all about the trophy. Catch the women's doubles final this Saturday and the singles final on Sunday. Tickets might still be available for those wanting to see world-class talent in person. We'll leave a link in the show notes. The wait is over as Expo Tlaqueparte has once again taken over the Siglo XXI Convention Center. Running through Monday, this premier exhibition features everything from crafts, jewelry, and decor to food, gadgets, and garments from 17 different countries and 24 states across Mexico. Admission is free, making it the perfect chance to find a unique treasure. Find direct links to more details on these events in this episode's description, and check out yucatantoday.com for more activities happening in our state. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatan Peninsula with us. This week, meet a master of disguise in the Maya jungle, the tropical mantis. This large, slender insect is a native of Mexico and Central America, and it is a specialist at vanishing into plain sight. Depending on its surroundings, this mantis can be either green or brown, perfectly mimicking the branches and sticks of the tropical shrubs it calls home. Don't let their stick-like appearance fool you. They are fierce predators. They use their specialized front legs to snatch flies, moths, cockroaches, and crickets with lightning speed. Their reproductive habits are just as intense. Males often have to wait until a female is busy eating before approaching to avoid becoming her next meal. Read more about the tropical mantis by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatan today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatantoday.com. Your Week in Yucatan Today is jointly produced by Yucatan Today and La Jornada Maya. Make sure to subscribe, review, and recommend our podcasts so we can continue to bring you a summary of Yucatan's local news in English. Yucatan Today is a Yucatan traveler's companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yucatantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for listening.